Hi. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. It's 9:05 p.m. It's Thursday, July 25th. All right. I've already said it. I'm into murder, mayhem, and serial killing. It's just a thing. I'm not the only one. There's a whole. I'm into it because some people may say, "Well, what? No, I don't. I don't think about murders. What I think about, because I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I love the mind. I just love the mind or whatever. A minor in social work. So that's just it's mind-boggling to me, and I can't wrap my mind around it. So it just some things like this just keep me. I just can't tear away. So all right. So let me give you a little backstory. I went to Wikipedia and them or whatever. Okay, Chris Watts. Some of you know him. Some of you don't. It's a whole community. We all know who Chris Watts is. Christopher Lee Watts. In the early hours of August 13th, 2018, in Frederick, Colorado, American oil operator Chris Lee Watts, born May 16th, 1985, murdered his pregnant wife, Shanann. It's Shanann. It's Shanann. It's not Shannon. It's Shanann, because I hear it. It's Shanann. Her family say Shanann. 34, by strangulation, and their two children, Bella, 4, and Celeste, 3, by smothering them. He buried Shanann in a shallow grave near an oil storage facility and dumped the children's body into crude oil tanks, which was on that's where he worked. So he took his two daughters to his job because he worked with oil and put them in the tanks. Watts initially maintained his innocence in his family's disappearance, but was arrested on August 15th of this year. No. Let me just read. But was arrested on August 15th after confessing in an interview with detectives to murdering Shanann. He later admitted to murdering his children. On November 6th, 2018, Watts pleaded guilty to multiple counts of first-degree murder as part of a plea deal when the death penalty, in parentheses, which was later abolished in Colorado in 2020, was removed from sentencing. He was sentenced to 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole, 3 to be served consecutively. So in a nutshell, I just had to do that or whatever. But anyway, this guy, they call it annihilation. That's what they call it. It's called he's an annihilator. And I have other topics that I haven't done because part of me is like, girl, don't nobody want to hear this. You know what I'm saying? It may be too dark and nobody wants to hear it. And then I feel like, well, people do, because I know they do. But people don't on your platform. So, like, don't do that to people. Don't traumatize people. So I'm not trying to traumatize you. I want to go into Scott Peterson, but I won't. So Wikipedia and them went into the background. So I ain't doing that. All right. So the New York Post. This was posted the other day. I sat on it. July 24th. Oh, this is nice. Stephen Hailing, Helling again. All right, Steve work at the New York Post, child. He be cranking them out. What? All right. So yesterday, an article was posted. Okay. Killer dad Chris Watts is now blaming Jezebel mistress for his decision to brutally murder his wife and little girls. Okay, so if you follow the story, Chris Watts had a mistress. This happens more than y'all think. Y'all don't even understand. He basically killed his family for the girl. Nicole Kessinger. So, okay, I'm going to just speed because I don't want to do it. So now, Chris Watts is in jail. He get fan mail. Girls be writing him. He be talking to people and stuff like that. So like, okay, I be on Love After Lockup. We don't. Manson was getting proposals. Oh, them two, the Martinez, Ramirez, them two brothers, they get marriage proposals from women. One of them got married. All right, so let's go. Killer dad Chris Watts is... Oh, okay, stop. Okay. Killer dad Chris Watts is blaming his former mistress for his decision to brutally murder his wife and little two girls, and only refers to her as quote-unquote Jezebel. The Post has obtained several handwritten notes from the 39-year-old Watts, who is serving a lifetime sentence in a small cell at Dodge Correctional Institution. In one letter dated March 2020, Watts wrote a prayer of confession, quote-unquote, the words of a harlot have brought me low, he wrote. Another one, quote unquote, her flattering speech was like drops of honey that pierced my heart and soul. Little did I know that all her guests were in the chamber of death. Chris, why you get your inmate, your bunkie to write that? Or that fake lawyer that be out in the main room? And who wrote that for you? Chris, who told you to do that? Quote unquote, how did I let this happen? He continued, quote unquote, the blessings you have bestowed upon me were right in front of me, and I still followed the perfume of a strange woman. Oh, okay. Watts shared most of his thoughts with Dylan Tallman, a fellow prisoner at the Wisconsin lockup, who befriended Watts. Tallman was in the cell next to Watts, I said that, and the two men became close. He wrote that. We started talking, Tallman says. We had a lot of very long conversations, spiritual conversations. Here she go in a bikini. I ain't showing you because I don't care. They began studying the Bible together, with Watts even calling Tallman his spiritual twin. Aww. While tabloids speculated that their relationship had turned sexual, this is my first time where I just printed out the other kind, Tallman flatly denies that. I know, you have to. Quote unquote, no, that was someone just making things up, he told the Post. We were studying the scriptures together. Ooh, he go a handwritten. They got a handwritten note. I don't even want to show you. Dear Heavenly Father, I have backslidden. I owe like a sheep gone astray. Try, please. Next. I'm mad at the Staples now. For more than a year, Watts had planned to write a book with Tallman. When Watts changed his mind, Tallman repackaged their writings in a series of 3 books titled, quote unquote, The Cell Next Door. All right, so they made me do it. Netflix has Netflix has a movie called The Neighbor Next Door. Really good. Whoever made it. Whoever did this, they went step by step through the whole thing. The neighbor next door caught it all on his home cameras. And you can see on the body cam when the police went into the neighbor's house, the neighbor, I forgot his name. That neighbor's name all up and through here too. Everybody know this neighbor. The neighbor was on his own TV with the remote showing his cameras, showing the disposal. So you could see it on the body cam. And the neighbor, this is his friend. The neighbor said, I don't know what's going on. He said, I don't feel good about this. He said, he walked him through the whole video. He said, I don't feel good about this. He said, why would he do this? He not snitching. I'm about to curse. You annihilated your whole family. Scott Peterson. The baby was in her stomach. Okay. Okay, so the inmate, Tallman repackaged their writings in a series of books titled, quote unquote, The Cell Next Door. Damn, he bought off that Netflix thing. Because the neighbor next door was good. And then, let me throw this in. Shanann, your best friend, her name all in these streets. Shanann's best friend called the police. That's who called the police. Because she was pregnant. No, I'm mixing the stories. No, she wasn't pregnant. The two girls, 3 and 4. That lady called the police and said, I know my friend. She wore the same flip-flops every day. Hello. And the flip-flops ain't moved. They still at the front door. That's not how she do. Can somebody please go over there? And they went over there and, what's your name? Chris Watts. Why you take forever to answer the door? Then he opened the garage. This is all on the documentary, y'all. They caught it. Whoever did this documentary, they caught it all. Chris Watts didn't open the front door. He opened the garage door. First of all, you was in there trying to straighten up and make sure everything was cool. Then you opened the garage and had them come through the garage. Listen, I've never seen a murderer in action, and I've never seen a murderer in real time. He was in that kitchen, pacing, walking around. Shanann was on some sort of medication. Her medication was there. Her keys was there. Her phone was there. Everything was there. That's what that friend was like. Shanann's friend, she was like, wait a minute, she on medication. Where is she? And it's a whole long story. I can't do it. The ring camera. Stop. Okay. I've never seen a murderer in real time. And he just was kind of walking like, fuck. And the law enforcement, they were asking him questions. And they was like, can we look around? He was like, yeah. So he took them all around and stuff. It wasn't anything out of order. However, the sheets was missing off the bed. I can't do it because I know I follow this. All right, let's keep going. Stop. So the cell next door, in parentheses, parts 1 and 2 are already available. How you do that in jail? The third installment will be released. I'm salivating. I'm hungry. Will be released last week. How you do that in jail? In the first book, Tallman said he and Watts called Nicole Kessinger, that's the mistress, quote unquote, Jezebel, as they talked about her. A reference in a biblical woman who, quote unquote, by her teaching, she misleads her servants into sexual immortality. Quote unquote, I was having an affair with this girl and ended up in love with 2 women at the same time, Watts told Tallman, according to the book. Quote unquote, it's what led up to what happened. She is of evil spirits like Jezebel. In the 1 King and 2 Kings book of the Bible, Jezebel was a wicked queen who turned the people away from God and convinced them to worship idols. That's in colon. Let me get through this. Watts claimed to Tallman that Kissinger told him to choose between her and her family on the night of the murders. That's a lie. Jezebel was the forbidden fruit, quote unquote. He allegedly said, quote unquote, and it was costly. Let me tell you something, Chris. We saw the whole thing. Kissinger, what's that child name? The mistress held a press conference when it hit the fan. She was like, I know, y'all. Watts had admitted to strangling his pregnant wife, Shanann, in their Colorado home in August 2018. Then he drove her body to a job site, that's where he worked, at the oil company where he worked, and dumped her. His two daughters, Bella 4 and Celeste 3, were in his truck. He suffocated them as they begged for mercy and stashed their bodies in oil drums. One of the kids was saying, "Why, Daddy, why?" So he said. Murderers be lying. So who cares what he said? Watts pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Colorado prison officials soon arranged to have him transferred to Wisconsin for his safety. Yup. Yeah. Kissinger still lives in Colorado, but now goes by a different name. Damn it. Girl. She has not spoken publicly for several years about her relationship with Watts. She did not return the post's messages for comment. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. You got to change your name. Anyway, what to say? Oh, he now blaming her. That's where I'm going with this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. My name is Erica LaShawn. Get it together. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.